Hello, Assalamualaikum. Let's continue on chemical vapor deposition. So in this lecture, we will learn on the process involved in CVD. But first, let's recap quickly what is CVD. So CVD is a process of dissociation and or chemical reactions of gaseous reactants in activated environment, and as a result of these chemical reactions, it will produce a stable solid products in the form of powder, viscous, thin film, or bulk crystals. These are the general stages involved in CVD. So first, wafer or substrate exposed to one or more volatile reactants. So these volatile reactants can either be in liquids or gas. The selected reactant material is diffused in carrier gas that flow over the hot substrate surface. It is critically important to make sure the substrate surface is hot enough because the heat from the hot substrate surface prompts two chemical reactions between the reactants and the carrier gas. As a result of these chemical reactions, volatile byproducts will be produced, and these volatile byproducts will be removed by gas flow through the reaction chamber. And finally, desired deposit will be produced. There are 7 steps involved in CVD, and these can be easily explained by drawing this schematic diagram. So in this schematic diagram, please make sure that you have susceptor, substrate, gas stream, and the 7 steps involved in CVD. Okay, so the function of susceptor here is to heat up the substrate, okay, because the substrate need to be hot for chemical reactions to occur. Okay, so step 1 is transport of reactants by forced convection to the deposition layer. Step 2 is transport of reactants by diffusion to the substrate surface. Step 3 is the absorption of reactants on the substrate surface, followed by chemical decomposition and other surface reaction take place in step 4. Then desorption of the byproduct from the surface at step 5, and the byproduct here will be transported or removed from the deposition region by diffusion in step 6, followed by forced convection in step 7. So if you look carefully in this, the steps involved in CVD, they are in pair. Okay, step 1 and step 7 are transport by forced convection. Step 2 and 6 are transport by diffusion. Okay, and step 3 is absorption, while step 5 is desorption. Okay, so step 1, 2, and 3 are the reactions involve the reactants, while 5, 6, and 7 are the reaction of the byproduct. So it's easier to explain the steps involved in CVD by drawing this schematic diagram. And let's watch this illustration. It explains similar things where the mass transport of reactants from the gas inlet. So we have carrier gas and the volatile reactants react, and then diffusion of precursors, then absorption of precursors on the surface of the substrate, surface diffusion, followed by surface reactions such as chemical decomposition, then desorption of byproducts by diffusion and forced convection, and finally byproduct will be removed from the deposition region. So that's all the process involved in